Welcome to another 10 at 10 for 10 training and leadership development. I'm going to share with you something explosive, world-changing, empowering. It's going to change your life. What I'm going to share with you today. So hang in there while I'm going to open up a spreadsheet here and I'm going to show you something. Share my screen. The first thing we want to do, stretch this out here. So we got plenty of room. And let's make the font size big as possible here. Let's just do something like 16. Great. All right. Let me just put this in all caps. You, okay? This is you. I'm going to center that. This looks prettier that way. Okay. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to tell you about 10. Okay? We're going to talk about 10. So let me just stop sharing for a moment and have a conversation about 10. You know why I like the number 10 so much? Because I got 10 of them here, okay? They're attached, you know? I can count 1, 2, all the way to 10 right on my fingertips. And that's why I love the word, that's why I like the number 10 so much. And the other thing I like about 10, it's easy to do multiples of 10 in your head. When you think about 10 times anything, just add a 0 to whatever number you're talking about. Now you got the right answer. So simple, easy math. So I like 10 a lot. I really do. So I'm telling you guys, with the $1 pool, these guys should just go out there and get 10 people signed up fast. Like, I mean, like their first week, like no longer than 2 weeks. Get 10 people, sending them $1 each every day. And it'd be so easy for them to scale up from the $1 pool up to the $10 pool when they got 10 people sending them $1 a day, every day, right? Right, guys? That makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. All right. So now if we duplicate that, okay, so if a person goes out there and gets 10 people, and then they also encourage them to do the same, then what does that turn into? 10 who get 10, how many people is that?
100.
That's
100.
it. Isn't it easy math, right? Okay. Let me go back to my spreadsheet. Let me share my screen again. All right, so this is in the way again. All right, so we're going to put here 100, okay? All right. Let's stop sharing again. Got a little bit of background noise. I can't find it though. There it is. Okay. All right, so 10 who get 10, that's 100. Okay. Now, does anybody have any idea how many people are on the planet right now? What do they tell? What do they tell us?
8 billion, give or take.
8 billion.
About 8 billion, right? Okay.
Correct.
All right. Okay. So that's everyone. 8 billion. That'd be little babies and even really old people and everybody in between, right? So that's all the people here. 8 billion, or at least that's what they tell us, right? So let's see here. What if we have the 100? What if they all go get 10? Okay. What's going to happen to my spreadsheet next?
11,000.
I better put 1,000 on here now. Okay. So 10 who get 10 who get 10, that's 1,000, right? That's interesting. That's just 3 generations, right? So we could do this. We could go 1, and we could kind of create a little formula here. I like using formulas. And then go +1. And then copy the formula. That puts us at 3 generations, and we've already got, 1,110 people below you. That's pretty powerful, right? That's a lot of people. If you had this many people, do you think you got a good shot at winning the contest? If you got this many people to work with, you need 1,000.
yeah.
You need 1,000 points to win the contest, right? Well, for your first
Right.
three generations, if you had that many people, you got a good chance of getting some votes here from these guys, right? Got a good, you get 2 points for every vote. If you had 500 people vote for you, that'd be 1,000 points, right? So there you go. That's pretty cool. So 10 who get 10. Okay. Let's keep going with this. Okay, so we copy this. Let's go down one. What's my next number, guys? If 1,000 get 10, what's that going to turn into?
10,000.
10,000. Oh, we're getting excited now. So let's just keep going. So what's my next number going to be?
100,000.
100,000.
That's right. We put 100,000 in here. I mean, exponential numbers are really awesome. If you have a 2, you can start exponential numbers easily, right? If you have 2, right? But 10 is powerful as an exponential number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very.
Yes.
Very powerful. Let's keep on going. Copy this, paste it there. So 100,000 get 10 each, and that gives us how many now?
1 million.
1 million.
Da, 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 da. 1 million people. Wow. That's a lot of people. Okay. If these people here, okay, let's just put a color on them. Let's just say these people here, we'll make them a nice little purple color for now. If these people here are listening to you, okay, do you think you might start making a change in the world if that many people are listening to you? Think about that for a minute, okay? Just undo the color for now. All right, let's keep going. All right, so then we go down here, copy that, paste. What's next? If 1 million people get 10, how much is that?
10 million.
10 million.
10 million. I told you it was easy. You guys should feel good, right? Easy math. All right, so 10 million people, and you thought you were influential there. What if you had that many people listening to you? Think about that for a minute. See, you want to be a leader. See, what we're doing here, guys, while we get together every day, little by little, just little bite size, like the little bite-sized candy bars, just one little candy bar a day, come into our training and get 10, 15 minutes of training every day. It's bite-sized training. But what's happening little by little by little, we're developing you and 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 you, all of you, and even all of you that are watching on YouTube, we're developing you into leaders. Leaders have followers, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And see, inside your heart is a message, but believe it or not, all of us have many of them, by the way, but you could say there's a core message in there. I think mine revolves around the idea of freedom. Okay. And so I just want to spread freedom as much as I can, everywhere I can, in multiple different ways. And I've done multiple things in my past to carry that message, that banner of freedom, and get people to pay attention to me, expressing the desire for greater freedom in the world, and greater freedom for myself, greater freedom for my family, and greater freedom for all of you. Because I think that if we don't push back, we're going to lose our freedom, okay? We've already seen it happen. All right, so anyway, let's continue here on the spreadsheet. So let's copy this and see where it takes us next. Copy that. Paste it there. So if 10 million people each get 10, then what do you got now?
100 million.
100 million. 100 million people. What kind of influence would pool funding have in the world if it had 100 million members?
Significant.
Realize that's bigger than most countries. Most countries don't have 100 million people in them, okay? Here's a fact that most maybe don't know. Are you guys aware there's more people in the country of Nigeria than there are in all of Russia? Are you guys aware of that? Nigeria. You look at the
Yeah.
land, you look at the landmass of Nigeria, it's tiny compared to the landmass of Russia. And yet there's more people living in Nigeria than there is in Russia. When someone told me that, I didn't believe them, but when they showed me the facts, I was like, wow, it blew me away. All right, let's move on. We're going to go to 9 now. So where does it take us next, guys? If we got 100 million people, each get 10. What do we got now?
1 billion.
Billion.
Da, 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 1 billion people. That's a lot of zeros. Okay. Wow. That's crazy big, right?
Yeah.
My vision for pool funding is I believe we can certainly get to 1 billion members with the offer that we have. We're just going to get better and better and better and better at, sharing the offer with people where they're going to say, yeah, I want that too. And what is our offer? Here's our offer, guys. Okay, 2 parts to it. The first part of our offer is that we believe that funding is something that people should get and not have to pay back. That's the first part of our offer. Do you think the world would receive that offer if it's clear to them that's possible? What do you think?
Mhm.
Funding you
Yep.
don't have to pay back? And see if you just knew a thing or two, it should have been this way all along, but I don't want to go down that rabbit trail today. The other part of our offer is that there is a need, a real substantial need for people to have daily cash flow, not weekly, not bi-weekly, not monthly. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The need. How many people do you know that if the flow came in every day, there'd be a whole lot less stress in the world? But since the flow's coming in weekly or bi-weekly or month, I mean, it's the stress is out of this world. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Like I know in Africa, a lot of them have salaries. They only get paid once a month. Okay. Once a month. And Americans, I think most Americans are getting paid either bi-weekly or bi-monthly. But even still, how many people do you know? It's like, oh my gosh, it's like 4 or 5 days away from payday and they're choking out on this, like no money. They're pulling up the couch cushions, looking for money for gasoline, to pay for the gasoline to get to work for the next couple of days until they get to their next paycheck. It's a well-known fact that the majority of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. It's astonishing. All right. Moving on. Back to my spreadsheet. Now, if we go one more number out here, let's take a look at that. What happens next? Copy that, put that here. If 1 billion people each go get 10 people, okay, then how much is that?
10 billion.
10 billion.
No, it's not, because there ain't that many people. 8 billion.
Yeah.
Good question. We ran out of people.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right. So that's everybody. That's the entire world. Okay. So that's the power of 10. Okay. So what I'm sharing with you today is what's called the power of 10. And have I done a good job demonstrating so far the power of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Powerful,
Yeah.
right? It's just a short distance between you and everyone else in the world when you break it down in the power of 10. Okay. Just 10 little steps and it's everybody. Now, when you apply the power of 10 in team development, okay, you encourage everyone to get 10. But guess what? Guess what people do? Some people get 11. Some people get 12. Some people get more than 10. Okay. Here's the thing I know, that if you're serious about what you're doing, you can communicate with 10 people every day. Can we agree on that? If you're serious, you can communicate with 10 people
Yes.
every day, right?
Yes.
You might not be able to communicate with 15 every day, but for sure you can do 10, right?
Correct.
Right.
Okay. And if you're building a team, do you want to put your energy on the weakest people on your team, or you want to put your energy on the strongest people on your team? Where are you going to place your energy? Trick question.
On the strongest.
On the weakest.
So
You
you
put-
can help make them strong.
You put
Train
you
the
put-
weak, support the strong.
exactly.
There's you go.
Put your energy into the strong. So use the 80-20 rule. Spend 80% of your time with the strong and 20% of your time with the weak. Because if you reverse that, you're not going to sleep well at night. Okay? If you spend 80% of your time with the weak, you're like a battery. Human beings are like batteries. You know, where's that? That sounds familiar, right? The Matrix. But we're like batteries, and our charge goes up and down, doesn't it? Okay.
Yes.
If you're spending your time with the strong, it'll charge you up. If you're spending your time with the weak, it'll bring your charge down. That makes sense?
Yes.
And
Yes.
even though in our heart we just want to help everybody, right? The truth of the matter is you're going to get a bigger team faster by spending your time with the strong than you would by spending your time with the weak. Because the weak are weak for certain reasons, right? And they're not going to move as fast as maybe you want them to. Okay. There's a saying that if you want to get something done and you need somebody to do it for you, give it to a busy person. You want to know why? Because busy people can get things done. Okay. It's these people that have all the time in the world, and somehow their couch got in the way and they couldn't get anything done that day. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, because that darn couch was in the way, you know, and, you know, busy people get things done. Okay, look at me. Do I look busy? Am I a busy guy? Do I get things done? You know? And so that's just, this is some evidence for you there. But listen, you want to spend your time with the strong, okay? And support them. Make sure that they're happy. Because if you got happy, strong people, then you got a good team to work with. And then the weak people will do observation. A lot of their training actually comes from observing the strong working with each other, okay? They're going to learn a lot just by observation. But at the same time, there's going to be little words of encouragement here and there for those that might fall in the category of people that we need to train, you know, train the weak, you know, and make sure that they, you know, at least have a shot. Okay. But if a weak person quits, is it a big deal? No, no big deal. If a strong person quits, is it a big deal? Yes. It's a
Yeah.
big deal. You feel me? You feel it? Okay. So
Yeah.
you want to be
Yeah.
communicating with 10 people. So the power of 10 works like this. If you want to change the world, then you're always sorting through the people that you're dealing with, and you're looking for your 10 best all the time. But you can't tell them who's the best and who's not, because you do that, it kind of ruins it, right? Because you tell, oh, you're one of my 10, you know. What if it changes? What if someone better comes along? What are you going to do? Stop telling them that, oh, this is better that they don't know. But the fact is, you are in charge of you, and you're in charge of your time, you know. I think one of the reasons why I got a pretty good thing going with the current wife is that early on in our relationship, we made an agreement. The agreement went something like this: I'm the boss of me, and you're the boss of you. Okay, fair enough. Good deal. All right.
Yeah.
Now we don't have to argue about anything. Okay, we're good. All right. So no one's bossing over the other, and so it seems to work. Okay. And so there you go. So basically, you got 10 people. You're always looking for your very 10 best. Okay. You want to give them proper support. And and then as you grow, you get 11 people on your team, and you think, okay, how am I going to spend my time today? Okay, who's my 10 strongest? I want to make sure they're getting support. Okay. And then naturally it's going to keep growing because the strong are getting support. It's like putting fertilizer on a plant, you know, it's going to grow, you know, watering the plant, nurturing it. It's going to grow. So that's what strong people do. They build teams. And then before you know it, you got 15 people, and then you got 20 people, then you got 100 people. At any given time, you're looking at all of that and going, where are my 10 strongest? That's why this meeting, this training is called 10 for 10 at 10, because of the power of 10. Okay. So this is not nothing new to me, but there's a reason for everything that I do. Okay. Maybe it's getting more clear to you. Now, here's the cool part. As you keep going, you're going to find out that they're going to duplicate that. So you're looking for your 10 best, and your 10 best are looking for their 10 best, and those 10 best are looking for their 10 best, and so on and so on. And before you know it, you end up changing the world, because this is what it looks like. Just like that. The 10 who's supporting the 10 who's supporting the 10 who's supporting this 10 who's supporting this 10, all kind of in some, you know, overall mission or some overall, you know, organization. But this is how you change the world, guys, through the power of 10. What do you think? Did I deliver on my promise that this is going to be something powerful for you today? Did I deliver?
Yes.
Okay, good deal. Well, make the power of 10 part of your thinking, and realize that you have a voice. Your voice matters as much as my voice matters. You just need to make sure that you're using it, right? And the more you use it, you're going to get better at using it, okay? And you know, and the message is going to get more clear, and the vision is going to get more clear, and then what it is that your purpose, your mission, your, you know, what's going to, you know, motivate you, you know, towards some passion of whatever you feel is that thing for you. For me, it's freedom, but whatever that thing is for you, you know, that's the message that you want it to just penetrate and ripple out into the world through 10 at 10 at 10 at 10 at 10, because it just multiplies like that, like ripples in a pond. And before you know it, with something like our container, you know, Pool Funding is a container. So we're not just getting a message out there. We actually have a container to hold these people, don't we? Okay. A beautiful container, right? And we can do a lot of great things. The bigger this becomes, and the more people that become a part of what we're doing, we can do some amazing, great things and even increase benefits. And I have so many visions of what's possible, you know, what can be done in a world where we kind of unify and we kind of let love and gratitude kind of be guiding principles in the lives of those people that we bring into our container. Okay, because if we can just surround ourselves, if you go to the video that's on the account page that talks about this, I spend time talking about love and gratitude and unity, and that those kind of things connected to what we're doing in this container we call Pool Funding. It's let's just say it's probably going to, you know, lend us towards a path that ends up putting heaven on earth. Okay, that we the people can actually change the world, where, you know, maybe it's really up to us. Maybe it is, and it always has been really up to us to have a world that is not, you know, full of poverty and war, crime, and these things that we don't like. You see, maybe we just haven't used our voices well enough. Maybe we haven't unified well enough. Maybe we haven't expressed love well enough, and maybe we got to start doing a better job of that. And if we make a lot of money along the way, that's just icing on the cake. Okay. So thank you all for coming to our training today. I hope you enjoyed it. 45 of you here right now. And for those tuning in to this message, thank you that came here from YouTube. If you're on our YouTube channel, might as well subscribe to it and give us a like on this video. And we always love positive comments. And now is the time for each of you to unmute, and we can all say goodbye for now. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Great
Bye.
week.
Come on.